All right, welcome back to another man's point of view. Today I got two videos for you. Shout out to Mr. P once again. Now, it's going to be a lesson here, like I always say, right? So let's jump right into it. We got the favorite, right? Everybody's little favorite cat. Yeah, that's right, the cat from Fresh and Fit. Now, I want to jump in directly to the comments. There's a comment here saying, right? They're still in here arguing about this bullshit with these women. Meaning it never ends. But anyways, here we go. Here's the big lesson according to Fresh and Fit.
Realize that like a 13-year-old boy will physically dominate, right?
Negative.
He could
Negative.
be feminine.
A 13-year-old boy that's able-bodied, he's going to fuck you up. And here's the thing, this is how I know that we live in such a civilized world. We live in such a crazy civilized world that women forget the carnage that men are capable of. And that's as a boy. This is not a grown man. So if you take women by themselves with no men, the men are going to come in, they're going to invade, and they're going to either kill you off, turn you into slaves. The only reason women are able to exist is because they have men protecting them from other men that want to conquer. You look at the military, dominantly men. Why? Because women are not suited for war. Period. You guys are not. I mean, you guys weren't really even able to enter the workforce until we gave you guys tampons. And men invented that too, by the way. So, like, a lot of the conveniences and things you enjoy, these modern conventions, were created by men to make your life easier. And if men did not create them, you guys would have a really tough time living the lives that you live now. Do realize that, like,
All right, first observation of the day. These are not 13-year-old boys. So right off the bat, he's full of shit. And two, what's the point? What's the damn point? Now, what have I been saying all along? Right? All my damn videos, right? If you even care. What have I been saying all along? You missed the damn point. Go back and watch my spoon video. I got like 3 of them. You cannot force this shit upon women. Anything. Period. 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 You ain't gonna convince them to a damn thing, because to someone that's actually paying attention, who's actually aware and awake and knows what's going on, you could clearly see, right, that what he's actually trying to do, look at this.
Negative.
You're trying to convince them of what? Something they already know. Something we all know. That's not the point. Right? You're being fake. Think about it. Right? You're trying to date these chicks or get one. And your first thought is, well, I'm going to convince them, right, that they suck. Right? That they would get teared up by a 13-year-old boy. Like they're going to turn around and say, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, you know what? You're right. Yeah. You might as well. Here you go. Have me, Mr. Cat. Mr. Myron. Which one do you want? Choose one of us, because clearly, right, we're the weaker sex. Thank you for the enlightenment. What the hell do you think is going to happen? Like, I don't get it. And then in the damn comments, it goes on and on. Facts. Right? You got dudes running around. Facts. Right? Now, when I was 13, I wasn't going around whooping women's asses. Right? I wasn't tearing them up in that way, whooping their ass. Right? Now, I don't see what the point is. Now, of course, I got another video to show you, but before we go to that, look at these. Just comment after comment of these are the facts and women ought to know, and like I don't get it. And yes, right, the only thing that's stopping guys from whooping, at least tyrants, guess what? men. But here's the thing. You got a choice, right? You can be a real man, or you can be this type of dude that at 13, right, has to show that he's a man by whooping a woman's ass. Now here's the video to show you what I'm talking about, right? You think this is the way it's supposed to go, right? Here it is.
Олег, Олег, блядь, я говорил, Олег, блядь.
There you go.
Не провоцируй. Олег, уйди. Уйди.
Now she knows. Look at her. She knows now her place, right? Is that what it is? Look at that. Big man right there. Right? Now, justified or not, she swung first. That sounds like, trying to justify what you just did. Right? Now, what did you prove? Right? Now we could look at it. We could look at this for argument's sake from all sides, right? We got three. We got a woman right there who just learned her lesson, apparently, right? Look at her. She just realized, damn, I'm in a room, right, where there is no men, no real man. Look at that. Now you wouldn't see that because if you're on the side of well. But look at this. What could she do realistically? There you go. Showed her, right? Flew her ass across. Now while it is funny, right? Look at this guy. Sitting there, right? He knows. That's why he's there awkwardly, because he knows. But he ain't about to do anything. Because the reality is, right? A guy willing to do that is the most dangerous man in the world. Right? Because you can see he is off by a long shot. This is what you have to understand, right? Did he get respect? Not from me. Not from that guy sitting there. Right? Sure hell ain't gonna get no damn respect, right? From this chick. That's the fallacy. Right? As a great movie once said, right? Chung Lee, one of the greatest villains of all time. Right? Saw Jean-Claude there hitting the brick, right? Blah, blah, right? Breaking them and shit, doing the pick one. Right? Sure enough, one of the guys says, well, the one at the very bottom, in between the last one. And he shows off and he says, look, right, does this big scream, badass montage, breaks the brick, boom. Everybody claps and shit because of his ability, right, and strength. Chung Lee looks at him and tells him, brick, don't hit back. One of the greatest scenes ever. But anyways, my point is, you're doing all this shit to impress what? First of all, it's what I've been saying in all my damn videos. They, right, if you don't get it, are not meant to fight. They don't have the strength. They're not meant for you to fight with them. Right? And that doesn't make you a man. Now, if in your little hearts you believe it does, then go ahead. Go ahead and do it. Right? But the lack of men is what allows you to do it in the first place. That's the irony of it all. Right? Because I guarantee you, if a real man was in their life, and I'm not talking about a relationship, if people forget, they forget. Real men are also fathers. Real men are also brothers. Right? Hell, A real man just might be in that premise. Right? However, most likely they're not. Why? Because there's less and less of us in this world. Right? And, if we're being honest, some of us go, well, it's not my woman. So, that's also part of the problem, right? If it's not my woman, it's like, well, who am I, right? But anyway, the point is that at the end of the day, you can do what you want, right? If this one makes you a big shot, right, then go ahead. I just want you to see the actual point. The point is, you're a man. Be a real man. Stop this whole trying to convince women that because you have physical strength, right, because you are stronger in every which way to a woman, that you're somehow the man. That's not how it works, right? And for those of you that can't seem to get it or don't understand it, here's one of the greatest, right, tips and tricks that I can give you. I can give you so many, but I'm going to give you one. Here today, the lesson of the day, right? How many of you have ever heard, a woman say, I want to feel safe, right? If I had a dime for every time, right, I've heard it and has been said to me, I'd be a millionaire, right? Here's the thing. That's why we say you got to think outside the box. If you made it this far, you're going to get a prize. Lesson of the day. Women want to feel safe, right? And they say it for a reason. Just, it never occurred to you that what they're actually saying is that it also includes your sorry ass. Never thought about that, have you? It's because there's a reason. There's a reason. Now you automatically think, well, you are safe because you're with me. Is she? Is she? Look at her. She just realized she ain't. Look at that. She was supposed to be safe. Now she's sitting on her ass on the floor. Right? Knocked the hell out. Well, not really. She's just in shock. So for those that are saying, look at her. She clearly can just barely stand out of, which again, man, don't damage the merchandise. If you suck balls at handling the merchandise, don't touch it. Right? The hell out of here. You can't buy it. You can't afford it. Right? But anyways, there you go. My point is, and there I'm gonna repeat it one last time for those that can't seem to get that concept, right? Does she feel safe? No more. Look at her. She's like, oh shit, okay. Guess I'm not safe here. Now what's she supposed to do? Right? Go at him again. This guy might join in and they might beat her ass in her head. But it ain't nothing to do with respect. It's a, okay. Looks like the game of chess isn't over. Do not see the point. Now you either playing the game for relationship purposes or you're doing this type of shit, which you are no longer playing the game. For those that saw my last video and you didn't, right? Training day. Well, you got. That's why they say, right? And I'll end with this. You can't serve two masters. Now, there's a point to that quote, right? Meaning you either do one thing or you do another. That's what it is. So you're either trying to be the big shot and manhandle your woman, or you're trying to be the man, right? And have a woman. You see the difference, right? Again, another example. Now you could either love your woman or she could love you. Now that's a whole nother level, but we're not there yet. I'll get to that later. But there you go. Like this video, give me a like, share, subscribe. You may not like what I said, right? Because who don't like what at least nowadays from what I see in 2023. Love this type of shit, right? Women getting knocked on their ass. Like that's supposed to reform them. Right? And get them on board. Right? With just alright, yeah, here you go. Take me, man, because you can kick my ass. When has that ever worked? Right? But anyways, there you go. I'll see you on the next man's point of view.